Why the hell are you not buying a condo in Florida? Come on now, you've worked your ass off your whole life. It's time. Right now, if you look here at these views, we've got a sunset. We're in Clearwater, Florida.
We're on private Sand Key Beach, baby.
And this is it. This is living. So we have 4 balconies. This one was built in 2005. It's a low-rise condo. So 2005 means not part of the Condo Safety Act. So you're not going to have all those assessments, at least not for a few years. So
well, thanks. I didn't want those pesky special assessments to pop up on me in 1 year. A few years I could deal with. Imagine going into buying a condo and a real estate agent telling you,
You won't have to deal with $100,000, $200,000 in special assessments until a couple of years or a few years from now.
listen, that is comical. My name is Orlando. Welcome to the channel, guys. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. It really does help out the channel, guys. Also, I have a newsletter, and it's completely free. How can you beat that? You can't beat that. Also, too, if you need any type of financing that deals with investment properties or commercial properties, I am your guy. I've been a lender for almost 20 years, and I can assist you with that. That information is in the pinned comment and the description, guys. Well, if you haven't been living underneath the rock, we all know that the Florida housing market, especially the condo market in Florida, it's cooked. It was cooked previously, guys. It was on fire.
This is fine. I'm okay with the events that are unfolding currently.
Then what happened? Your governor. Yeah, your governor. DeSantis. Ron DeSantis came in and said, we're going to pass a law. Not only are we going to pass a law to kick the can down the road, we're going to pass a law so we don't destroy our housing market, at least not in the next 2 years. But guess what? The bill is going to come to you. And it's legal. Nobody can do anything about it.
Excellent.
We're going to talk about it, guys. You need to watch this video fully. I'm telling you, this is ridiculous. I want you to see the law that was just passed. A law that was just passed to kick the can down the road so that you can be responsible for special assessments. Yes, you.
Wow, bro. That's crazy.
Today, Governor Ron DeSantis signed House Bill 913. That bill tightens restrictions and inspections for many condo owners in Florida. And this is the conversation that pushed some concerns.
Miles away, recovery from the 2021 Surfside condo collapse continues. 98 people were killed. Pieces of that tragedy were built from years of outdated needs. Right now,
we're going to put our John Hancock on both of these bills.
Governor Ron DeSantis signing House Bill 913. It's a stopgap for condo owners across Florida.
It's tough out there, and the hurricanes just multiplied the problems, so it's a real problem.
Senator Nick DeSigley.
Residents across our state saying we need relief. We have to make hard decisions. We're going to foreclose on our condo, or we're going to have to move out of the state of Florida.
Keeping folks here and keeping them safe is a multi-step approach, starting with transparency.
To extend the reserve study requirement.
That includes financial breaks for a 1-year extension that gives relief from sudden fees. Also,
and holds condo board members and community association managers accountable, but without penalizing our unit owners. It requires condos to report information about their association to the department.
A much stronger foundation.
Together we can uphold these priorities voiced by the condo owners while also balancing their well-being and keeping them safe.
Built with a collection of concern.
Now that news coverage is deceiving, because it makes it sound like it's just rose petals and rainbows. It is a gift from the government, from Florida State Governor Ron DeSantis. He gave you guys a ribeye steak, a filet mignon. He gave you guys what the state needed: relief. The way that my mind works, I'm just doing math. First of all, let me just lay out just a simple outline of what this bill does, what this new law does. It delays inspections. It allows HOAs to pause reserve contributions. Now, make that make sense to me. And then it allows them to use credit, debt, to fund the major repairs. The reason why this is such a rosy colored scenario for the state is the one who made the original law. They come in as Superman and go,
we're gonna go ahead and give you guys a lifeline.
when they made the law originally. But here's the thing. The repairs still need to be done. So while the story itself is rosy colored only for sellers, and it only kicks the can down the road for them. If an HOA already has these magical powers, could kick you out, could do this, could do that. Now they can use credit cards to fund the repairs. They're gonna charge you the interest. Not only are they gonna go to a bank or some other place and get charged interest on it, they're still going to charge you, the seller. Do you understand what I'm saying? You are still gonna get charged.
Oh, come on!
But here's the kicker for buyers. They won't tell you. They don't have to tell you now that there's a special assessment coming. Make it make sense. The rule itself allows them to kick the can down the road once they get an inspection. 2 years. So if you buy a condo within that 2 years, they don't have to tell you anything.
It's an evil world we live in.
You could buy a condo today, in 1 year get a special assessment. So what do you think sellers are gonna do? What do you think sellers are gonna do? They're gonna sell their properties. Oh, and let me tell you what, they're not waiting. You don't remember the $200,000 assessments, the $100,000 assessments. You don't remember any of that. Well, let me remind you. Let me show you what sellers were saying. This was a couple of years ago, a year ago, 6 months ago. This is what sellers were saying before this law passed.
Sleepless nights? Sleepless nights? Every night. I don't know where we're going to live or how we're going to live.
Howard Konitz never thought he'd be in this situation at 79 years old.
We can't afford it. We can't afford it. We're going to go broke.
Konitz and his wife Sheila have lived in their 2-bedroom, 2-bath Williams Island condo for 10 years. The retired couple had their financial future all planned out.
Elevator modernization.
That was until they were recently hit with a special assessment.
The total assessment for the apartment we're sitting in is what?
Approximately $224,000.
God damn! Did you hear that? $224,000. But let me guess what? With this gentleman, you want to switch positions. You want to owe the $224,000. Oh, that's what you've been trying to do. Listen, if I knew that you wanted to burn money, why didn't you say so? But let me guess. You don't believe that these guys are doing that. Well, let's just go ahead and just take a look at Zillow. This gentleman said that they live on Williams Island. Let's just take a look at Williamsburg and see exactly what's going on here. They got plenty of properties for sale. Look at that. Who would have ever guessed? But let's just go ahead and just take a look at some of these. Oh, look, a property up for 1 day ago. Well, go ahead. This is Williamsburg. This is what the gentleman was talking about. He said he has 200-something thousand in special assessments. Well, let's just take a look. It says here, the property is up for sale for $1.2 million. And then when we go and take a look at the history, look at that. In June 1st, it was removed at $1.242,900. And then they put it right back on the market. What was this? Yesterday? Let me see if there's any special assessments on here. No, don't see anything about special assessments. So you're going to take on the special assessment. You're going to take on the HOA fee, and they don't have to tell you. Let me be clear about this. They do not have to tell you.
He got cooked. Adrian, you didn't go down like that, huh? He got cooked.
I understand. This is still not enough. Let's go ahead and listen to what some other people said.
My condo in Miami Beach, HOA, was $2,600 a month. And sure, it was a nice condo, but all of this doesn't constitute $2,600 a month in HOA alone. The HOA increased to this number after the tragic condo collapse in Miami. Prior to this increase occurring, I already had a rule not to buy condos as investment properties because the HOA can screw up your cash flow numbers or even your ability to rent the property. And I still stand by that, and this further cements that point.
Even the guy who said, listen, I knew I shouldn't have bought here, but I went ahead and bought it, and it still ended bad. You need to follow the math, guys. That's all I'm saying. If you chose that you won't make money there, why are you buying the property? Come on, man! Why are you living on hopes and dreams and oh, my realtor told me? I said, if you buy a property or especially a condo in Florida, you must want to lose your money. Listen, I was very clear about not buying properties in Florida. And now, not only are the sellers rushed to now sell you the property and then close their eyes and close their ears and say, I didn't know. And not only does the HOA not have to tell anyone anything until the deadline comes, because that's what they're going to do. I'm telling you, the deadline has been pushed a year from now. They didn't follow the rules to begin with. So what makes you think that the HOAs are now going to follow the rules? You gave them a whole year before and they didn't do anything. Now you're giving them an additional year and then giving 2 years for them to actually do anything. That's a total of 3 years, guys. Wow. Now, here's the thing. The HOA, again, will not tell the seller. And since the seller doesn't know, they don't have to tell you.
We have been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok.
You need to be convinced more that you should go burn your money. Let's go ahead and take a look.
Miami, I know you guys are tired of not only these ridiculous condo prices, but as I'm shopping around for condos, not only is my mortgage estimated to be around $10,000, but they trying to hit me with $2,700 in HOA monthly dues. This is some criminal stuff, yo, for real. Here's another one that's a bit cheaper, around $940,000. Looks nice, you know, good area. It's off of Northeast 23rd. $1,251 monthly for HOA. Just to have a pool.
And you think this is what you want. You want to switch places for somebody who's paying that?
It's trash.
And then you have to get in bed with the HOA company. Listen, I've done videos on that. That's a total different subject in video. But who wants to get into bed with the mafia? Do you want to get into bed with the mafia and then them shake you down and you can't do anything about it? That's what you want, right? You want the HOA to say, oh, we don't like you and we're going to put a lien on the house because you didn't pay us $2,600 a month. But you paid $1 million. You paid $500,000. You paid $400,000 for this condo. You put down your hard-earned money as a down deposit, but they could take the property away from you for $2,600.
This is America. Don't got you slipping up.
Oh, you want them to turn your power off because they can control the utilities because you don't own it anymore. That's what you want. And now the governor has given HOAs more power.
This is literally crazy. Are you people insane?
And you think you're going to win. But let me give you a clear indication of what buyers are doing now. Buyers now are saying,
this isn't fair. You guys just signed this into law, and we didn't know that a special assessment coming because no one told us.
Remember, this is exactly what I said would happen. I'm saying it in this video, and it's happening days after the law was released. Don't believe me? Let's take a look.
I just attended a panel of the Broward Realtor Association, and the topic of today's meeting was the increase in number of lawsuits arising from the special assessment in condo fees. A lot of sellers are not disclosing to the potential buyers of the potential special assessment being implemented. So the buyer will come in, they buy it, they close on it, then a month later they're hit with a special assessment. So you can imagine the buyers are lawyering up and suing the sellers for not disclosing this important piece of information that affects everything. Affects the pocket, affects the market. If you really look at the amount of numbers of listings in condos in the east side of Broward and Dade County, it's insane.
See, that's how fast this market is moving. This is what I'm talking about. Do you want to be a buyer who's switching places with this seller?
No.
Again, sellers are doing what sellers do. They're like, well, I don't want to pay $200,000. But you know who's jumping on the bandwagon too? Good old realtors. Good old realtors. They're fluctuating. Look, a couple of weeks ago, a couple of months ago, they were like, listen, guys, insurance and HOA fees, you got to drop the price. As soon as the new law dropped, what do you think real estate agents did?
Well, look who decided to show.
What do you think real estate agents flooded the market with in Florida? They came back and said, listen, it's a good time to buy a condo. Don't believe me? Let's watch.
One of my clients almost gave up on buying a condo in South Florida. She'd heard all the horror stories, soaring HOAs, impossible insurance, scary inspection laws. She told me it just feels like a bad time. But instead of walking away, we dug in. The building she loved had just completed its structural integrity study thanks to that new Florida law. For the first time, we could see the reserve budget, the inspection report, and know exactly what we were stepping into. And because some sellers are nervous about those upcoming requirements, we negotiated 7% off the list price, same unit, lower price, because we asked the right questions and did the homework. So no, it's not a bad time to buy. It's only bad if you buy blind. Look for a building with solid reserves, completed reports, and open books. That's how you find a smart deal while others hesitate.
Oh my, wow, who would have thought of that?
Damn, dude, that's tight.
Yeah, I like that. A condo association, an HOA who has open books, not hiding anything, right? And guaranteeing me that I won't have to pay special assessments. That doesn't exist. Knocking down a condo down by 7%, negotiated 7% discount. But what about the $100,000 fee that I'm gonna get? Does 7% knock that off? It doesn't. You see how real estate agents, look, I'm telling you, as soon as the law dropped, they were on it. They released marketing materials. It's a great time. Forget what I said 2 months ago.
Get money.
What am I trying to say at the end of the day? At the end of the day, guys, at the end of the day, you would be crazy to buy a property in Florida. You would be crazy to try to negotiate a property in Florida, a condo, when you know within 2 years you can find out a special assessment just out of the blue. That's what you're signing up for. You're signing up for a surprise expense that you don't even know is going to be coming in the next 1 to 3 years. And it's legal. Good luck buying a property, knowing that there's an expense gonna come, knowing that you're gonna have to sue and pay for a lawyer, and then you might end up losing it because it's law. Did the seller break the law? Did the seller do anything? The law says the seller doesn't have to tell you. Yes, do they have to tell you material defects? But do they have to tell you something that something that they don't know? Or do they have to go dig with the HOA to find out things? They don't. And since the inspections have been pushed a whole year from now, the HOA doesn't know what the HOA doesn't know. And neither do you. But you just bought a property that possibly can get $200,000 or more in fees. And you're on the hook. Not the seller who just sold it to you a month ago, but you. So anyway, guys, please do your research. The point of me making this video, I love making videos like this because to me, it just blows my mind. And anybody who will sit here and listen to me talk about real estate, talk about the economy, listen, I love talking about this stuff. But anyway, make sure you do your research, guys. Listen, I'm telling you, I wouldn't touch a property, a condo in Florida with a 10-foot pole. But again, you do what you got to do. Make sure you look out for you and your family. But if you love content like this, please join my Patreon. I do exclusive videos over there and you will love it. And as always, you won't get all of your information from this one video. I need you to watch this video right here. Yes, this one. It will give you information on the housing market, financial news, and get you into your first rental property. I'll see you on the next one. Thanks.